Greg does give objectively good information here, albeit quite simple, by telling people not to abuse caffeine and pre-workouts. But that doesn't stop the top comment of the video being clickbaiting harder than last time.
Clickbaiting harder than last time. Why everybody hates Greg Doucette. Coach Greg, and I'm all riled up this morning. I seen a title, and I'm going to watch it now for the first time. I can't wait to find out, and here's the title. Why everybody hates Greg Doucette.
From complaints about his voice.
And so he says 3 main points. The voice. I get it all the time, but yet that's what you like. And even when I poll people, see, do you want me to just do the different voice? Many people know, keep the voice, we like it. I scream at you, I get you motivated, amped up, you get more energy than last time. It's like getting a pre-workout before you go to the gym. And you've also seen me do interviews. For example, did you watch my 2-hour plus interview with Rob Moore, where I talked about all the important topics going on in the fitness industry right now? I addressed everything, the hate, the clickbait titles, the supplements, everything. And so if you haven't watched this video, what are you waiting for?
From complaints about his voice to selling supplements with every video.
And so unlike other supplement companies, for example, Gorilla Mind, I don't have 100 athletes with hundreds of thousands or millions of followers to advertise for me. I'm essentially a one-stop marketing team all on my own. And when I spend over $1 million in advertisements, that's very expensive. It costs me $1 million in a year to advertise my supplements. And what did I discover? The advertisements don't do nearly as well as when I speak in them in a video. And so, for example, when I'm making a video and I pick out a supplement like I'm doing right now, GO2 Max, which increases your cardio, has NMN, and I say code Greg 15% off, that is how I make a living. You can hate me for trying to make money, for selling my supplements that I 100% believe in, that I use almost every single day, that I truly do believe in. Well, you don't have to watch my videos.
From complaints about his voice to selling supplements with every video and being accused of making disgusting comments for views.
And I can't believe he said that. Yeah, sometimes the truth hurts. When I say that bikini competitions are overtly sexual and that not all bikini girls want to compete and flirt with the judges and walk in a thong on stage with clear stiletto shoes, not everyone likes that. But what I say is my honest opinion. I give you my 5 cents. I'm rounding up from 2. And if you don't like that, you can go elsewhere. But one thing I've done since the beginning is I've been honest. I've shared my opinions, my views on everything, and that's why you're following me.
Greg Doucette has undoubtedly had one of the biggest shifts in public opinion ever in the online fitness world.
Really? I thought that was Andrew Huberman. I mean, he's literally making a video about Coach Greg, and yet I'm seeing Andrew Huberman, who has a way bigger following than Coach Greg, way nicer than Coach Greg, would never do anything wrong. No one would ever turn on Andrew Huberman. But yeah, here it is. And so I don't care who you are. If you stay in the game long enough and you say your opinions, eventually someone somewhere is going to say something negative about you. And if everyone loves everything about you, it's because you're not saying anything controversial. You stay clear of anything that's up for debate.
If you watch his day in the life video he did with a YouTuber called Damo, you will begin to see his true way of speaking, and it couldn't be further from what we see on the videos.
I mean, no one's seen my Rob Moore video over 2 hours of intellectual discussion where I explain all the various topics. I would never do that. And so imagine this, picture this. Let's say that was my real voice, that's the only way I could speak. You're really gonna hate me because of the way I talk? Something that perhaps I could do nothing about? It would be like hating me because I'm a manlet. I'm 5'6" tall. I hate Coach Greg. Do you know why? Because he's 5'6". He's a manlet. He's a short king. I hate him because of his height. Imagine saying that. But yet people do. That freaking short little manlet with the bad voice, I hate him. Listen to his voice, I hate him. You're going to hate someone because of the sound of their voice? That would be just as bad, if not worse, than judging someone for their appearance. I hate that person because they're overweight. I hate you because you're fat. Imagine saying that. Imagine a horrible person saying that. Or worse, I've seen this just the other day. I hate this person because they lost 270 pounds. Look at all that loose skin. Disgusting. Why are you posting this? Dislike, get out of here. Stop posting this. How do you dare do that? Imagine shitting on someone for being proactive with their health. They're 400 pounds, they lose 270, 130 pounds. They've done it. Accomplished. And rather than saying congratulations, you hate on them for having loose skin. But yet, that's what people do. And so you really think everybody hates Coach Greg? Let's assume that was true. Even if it's true, what did that say about society? We hate him because he has a screechy voice. We don't like his voice. He's too short. We hate him because he tries to make a living by selling his supplements. How dare he have a business, or as we say in Spanish, a negocio? How dare you do that? Trying to make money, to have a business that you created on your own, to try to be all that you can be. This is horrible. Or no, we hate you for speaking up and speaking the truth. How dare you have an opinion in a world where democracy is supposed to rule? Where people have the right to share an opinion, where there's freedom of speech. Do we not learn more from debate than we do from hate? And so, yeah, let's hate Coach Greg for all the things that we are against in society. Do we not, as a society, want to promote love? That people should not be hated on for the way they sound or how they look? Do we not want people to have the freedom to make money in the way that they want? Assuming it's legal, of course. To be able to promote your own business to make money. Remember, I employ 17 other people. And so if I don't make money, guess who's out of work? 16 other people going to lose their jobs. And so I help the world make money, and those people make money and they help other people. The people I employ make money, they take care of their families and so on. And so, wow, what a horrible thing that Coach Greg is doing. And do we not want to protect freedom of speech to say what you think? And so imagine if the world actually hated Coach Greg, what kind of world are we living in?
As a large portion of the online fitness world has started to call Greg a sellout after he launched his supplement company HTLT and marketed heavily on his channel.
Yes, I do apologize for selling out of Turk Builder. It's very hard to get and acquire enough of the product to keep in stock. Remember, we're getting it from Uzbekistan. I've practiced saying this 50 times. I have a difficult time remembering names. Spanish is very difficult for me to learn. I don't have the best memory for these things. Remember, I was in a car accident. I did have brain damage, and so I'm doing the best that I can. When Turk Builder does get back in stock, you can of course use code Greg for 15% off. But if you've watched my videos, you've read the studies, you're well aware of WADA has these on the watch list. They're trying to examine this. They're trying to test to see if they can ban this product. Acti Builder is the real deal. So is Turk Builder. These products absolutely amazing. So amazing that I knew that when I sold Turk Builder, people would say snake oil salesman, that people would hate me. But I believed in it strongly enough. We'd spent several years acquiring this, ensuring that the labs tested clearly positive. This is exactly what it is. There's no bullshit, no false advertisement, no false marketing, regardless of the fact that I knew people would hate me. I knew it. Why everybody hates Greg Doucette. People making videos. Snake oil salesmen. I see them all the time. I was willing to accept that because I knew in my heart of hearts that I have always been telling the truth. And that when I said, hey, Turk Builder had steroid-like effects, and I immediately say, by that, what I mean is that it makes you more energized, more amped up. It's harder to sleep. Kind of like when you go to the gym and you take testosterone or halotestin, you're more aggressive. It makes you want to push more weight. That is the steroid-like effect that I was talking about. Did I say that it puts on as much muscle as testosterone? That it has steroid-like muscle-building effects, that it builds as much muscle as high doses of steroids? I don't think so. Did I compare it to a low dose of Anavar? Absolutely. And so when you clickbait this video and you say it in this way, you're trying on purpose to get more people to hate me. You're thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll make it look like he's trying to say that Turk Builder is as good or even perhaps better than steroids. That's what I'll say. And then when people say that, there's no way that's true. There isn't. It's not better than steroids, but it's legal. No negative side effects that are going to affect your organs and so on. And so in comparison to steroids, way better. And so if you clip out that section, in comparison to steroids, it's way better. You clip just that part and you put it in a video. People are saying, look at that snake oil salesman. He just said that Turk Builder is way better than steroids. And you see what I'm doing? Just please rewind it and listen to 5 seconds of me saying Turk Builder is way better than steroids. And you will then see, wow, you know how easy it is to clickbait something and make it look like that person's a bad person, that they're lying? Because if you take that video out of context and don't show the rest of it, it's going to show people a different perspective. They're not going to see it the way it was meant to be seen. But if you watch the entirety of the video and you say, hey, it has steroid-like effects, and this is what I mean. It makes you more aggressive. It makes it harder to sleep. In fact, so hard that you have to take Turk Builder in the morning. If I take Turk Builder at night, it makes it hard to sleep. And so do you see now from my perspective, from my vantage point, what is happening here right now? The reason that people hate me, perhaps 1% of people out there, is because they don't know me. They haven't watched enough of my videos. They certainly haven't watched the Rob Moore video, because if they did, they wouldn't hate me. If you actually knew me, If you lived in my house, if you were in my circle of friends, and you knew that I wasn't a liar, that I wasn't bullshitting you, that I was on 140 milligrams of test a week, that you watched me take this and you saw what it did. You watched me take it, you couldn't believe how much better it made me feel. You would know I'm not lying. When I set PRs on the bike with running shoes, not even my clipless pedals, for the first time, and it's called a nocebo effect, it's the opposite of the placebo effect, I expected to suck because I didn't have my proper racing shoes, but yet I was faster. I went into the race thinking I'm going to suck, set a PR. Was taking this. And so if everyone's hating me, why do people not unfollow? Why don't you go somewhere else? Cheer for someone you like, who never gives you an opinion. Perhaps they don't have a screaming voice. Perhaps they're 6 feet tall. You don't have to like me. I am, after all, a manlet with an annoying voice. And so why not just hate me? Hate me for my height. Hate me for my voice. Hate me for the fact that I'm willing to share and open my opinions. Hate me for the fact that I'm my true, authentic self. If you think that those are reasons to hate me, then go ahead and hate. I don't want me in my life. I wouldn't want a friend like that, and so why would I want a subscriber like that?
Claims he isn't being truthful about the efficacy of his supplements and claiming he's selling junk. I'm no scientist, I don't have a degree in sports science, and I'm not qualified to comment on his products.
He says he's no scientist, he can't comment on my products, and he perhaps hasn't even used them. And so why not end the video right now? You're not a scientist. You haven't used the products, and so how can you comment on if they work or not? I'm telling you that they work. Am I a liar? No. And so if I say it works, and I'm not a liar, does it not work? If A plus B equals C, and A is 1 and B is 2, is C not 3? Think of it.
However, someone who is Derek from More Plate, More Dates, who scientifically dismantled Greg's pre-workout with some very interesting results.
But everything is great, dude. Like, this is a great formula and definitely gets my stamp of approval.
And in the end, he says it's a great formula and I get my stamp of approval. I mean, really, you're going by the clickbait title. So if you just watch this video title, Why Everyone Hates Greg Doucette, you think everyone hates Greg Doucette, but do they? Of course not. It's a clickbait title.
Derek's video is very long, but he essentially gives a very positive review of Greg's pre-workout formula. So why do people call his products junk? Well, it's not so much the pre-workout and the protein supplements that the general audience has an issue with. As was seen when he uploaded his video titled Steroid-like Effects, the Real Science of Turkesterone.
Oh, he brings it up. Steroid-like effects. Shocker! Newsflash. I already covered this. I didn't even need to watch the video and I knew what people were saying. You don't think I already know what people say? You don't think I've seen the comments? Just because people are commenting doesn't mean they don't know if it works or doesn't work. Just because Jeff Nippard makes a video and says, I don't think it works, doesn't mean it doesn't work. I double dog dare Jeff Nippard to try Turk Builder. I dare you, Jeff. I freaking dare you. You know you won't dare because you are not a liar. At least I don't think you're a liar. And if you try this and you notice that it works, report back on how much energy you have. Did your hunger go up? Did it go down? You have more energy. How did it affect your sleep? Let's see the video, Jeff.
The comment section did not hold back their thoughts on Greg's flagship supplement, the Turk Builder Plus, with the top comment saying, scamming his young audience to buy a new Lambo.
I have plenty of money saved. I could retire right now, never sell anything again, and I could retire. I have it made. And so when you say, oh, he's selling supplements so he can buy a Lambo, no. I'm selling supplements because they work and I believe in them and I know that you can benefit from them. And I'm not going to give them away for free because this is what we do in a free market society.
This video only stoked the flames of his sellout name tag, with his comment section and Reddit forums calling him a snake oil merchant.
And so of course they're going to say that. You don't think that I know that they're going to do that when I make this video? You don't already know that I know what people are going to say in advance? I'm playing 4D chess with all of you. I understand all the metrics. I understand everything. And when I make this video, which of course is an ad, which includes all the reasons why it works, because what you do as an advertiser is you want the person to want to buy it. I simply present the evidence. I go through the studies and I say what the studies are saying. I explain what it actually does in the real world. And if at the end of the video you want to buy it, you can go and buy it. Now, remember all those videos I did in the past? I would cook from my cookbook and I would go over videos somebody ate from my cookbook, Day in the Life Coach Greg's cookbook, and I would do a review of the cookbook. Was that not an ad? But were you not being educated at the same time? I show you my anabolic French toast, eating popcorn, making various recipes. Perhaps it was a wrap or pizzas, whatever. and you then see the recipe, you think, wow, that tastes amazing. And it can help you to lose weight and feel full. This is incredible. Perhaps I'm going to buy that cookbook. And so then you go on my website, you enter code Greg, and you get 15% off as you buy the cookbook. How is there something wrong with that? Of course, it was an ad. You know it's an ad. I'm doing a video on my cookbook. It's an ad. I want you to buy the cookbook. But can a video not be an ad and be educational and informative at the same time? And so when Derek, for example, made a video on Turkesterone in the past saying how all the evidence shows it works and people, various athletes were using it and the benefits they were getting. For example, Lex Little went to a powerlifting competition using Turkesterone and was so great. He had so much more strength. Was that not an ad, but was he not educating and informing you at the same time? And so if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. And so anyone who watches my advertisements is not only going to be educated, informed, but also entertained. This video, which he made, Why Everybody Hates Greg Doucette, I'm using it to defend myself and to advertise my cookbooks, my supplements. And at the end of the video, some of you are going to buy it. 3/4 of you already believe me. Perhaps it's now 80%. Perhaps more of you are realizing, wait a minute, he has a great point. These people are picking on him when he doesn't deserve this. He's just doing his best to be his best. He's trying to make the most of what the world gave him. And what's wrong with that? Are we going to shit on this guy for having a strong work ethic, for working 100 hours a week, for studying his entire life, for doing something with his life despite his limitations?
With the World Anti-Doping Agency deeming it legal for use in sports.
The World Anti-Doping Agency deemed it legal for use in sports. That is a very clever way, a manipulative way, I might say, of them saying it's on the watch list. The World Anti-Doping Agency notices it so much that they're watching out for it. They're testing it. They're trying to see what they can do. Can we somehow devise a test to then ban it? Remember, it's being studied and they've decided that it has anabolic properties. I've read the study. I've read it in a previous video. And so he makes it look like, well, the World Anti-Doping Agency, they looked at it and said, no, it's legal. No problem whatsoever. But even if that's the case, even if they did that, does creatine not work? Creatine is not banned. Creatine works. And so just because Turkesterone steroids are legal right now, does that mean they cannot benefit you whatsoever? Does that mean they simply don't work? Consider it's on the watch list. Things that are on a watch list are things that WADA is on the lookout for. They are not sure if it will be legal forever. And so he paints the picture using a really thick brush, making it look like, oh, it does nothing. But in reality, he's scamming you harder than last time with this video.
He's actually been called out by Eddie Abu again about his supplements. After Greg broke down Eddie's questionable fitness advice, the comment section on Greg's video pointed to a possible reason that Greg didn't take too kindly to Eddie.
Imagine, this takes the cake. Imagine using Eddie Abu to try to discredit me. Eddie Abu is one of the most unknowledgeable people in the fitness industry. If any person he could have chose to speak out about Coach Greg, he means about the least. What's next? The Easter Bunny said that Coach Greg is a snake oil salesman. My kids don't like Coach Greg's voice. When the reality is, they actually do. Oh, and so I'm crying at home. Cry me a river. Eddie Abu said something negative about Coach Greg. Right? Really?
The majority of his actual fans are actually pretty proud of him too, with this post that was posted on Reddit with Greg posing in front of his mansion and range of supercars. He gained comments like Greg is ballin' and making panties drop quicker than last time. The sentiment was the same in his YouTube video, with people saying that Greg deserved the lifestyle he'd worked for.
And see, if you watch far enough in the video, you'll see not everyone does hate Greg Doucette. And so why doesn't the video say, does everybody hate Greg Doucette? Would that not be a more accurate title? Or does he just get the pass? Does he get a pass? Is it like the N-word? Some people get a pass, they can just say it, and others they can't. Why does Big Craig get a pass on creating clickbait titles, but yet I don't? Why is that? Why do you think?
Like with most things he does, he attracted a bit of a backlash, with people claiming that he was bragging and had changed since he started to earn serious money.
Of course people are going to say it's bragging, because what have we been brainwashed in this world? That we have to hide all our money. All the other YouTubers, every single one, that means all of them, every single one, the famous YouTubers with all the money, they don't talk about it. Why? Because they don't dare. Because they're scared that people won't follow them anymore. They're scared that they will get a backlash. If I show the people what I'm actually driving, if I show them my car, they'll hate me for it. What do? How do you do it, Coach Greg? You don't think I talk to successful YouTubers out there? You don't think that we talk to each other? People are like, why are you doing this? Why would you dare? Because I'm honest. I'm so honest that I'm going to tell you how much money I make, even though I know people are going to hate me for it. They realize I have a lot of money. They become envious. They then want to shit on me. If I showed nothing, pretended I was poor, hey, thanks guys for supporting me. I don't know how I could ever do this. I sold 400 cookbooks this year. It's incredible. If I lied and downplayed everything, then more people would like me. They'd be rooting for me. What do you think they did when I had 10,000 followers, 50,000, 100,000? Yay, Greg, go get it. Go after it. Live your dreams. Let's get you to 1 million followers. We're cheering for you. Can't wait. Be successful. And then once I become successful and say, hey, thank you, everyone. You and I, we did it. You did this for me. I'd like to thank you. Look what you did for me. Look at the life I have. We hate you. You're bragging. And so do you see, this is a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It's a lose-lose situation. I can't win. If I talk about what you've done, then I lose. If I don't talk about what I've done, then where's my integrity? How am I being honest? I always tell you exactly what's going on. I don't lie to you. How can I be honest and dishonest at the same time? Should I lie? Hey everyone, I have Turkesterone, but it doesn't work. Please buy it. It works. Am I supposed to say it doesn't? Hey everyone, it didn't make me have more energy. It didn't make me have a hard time sleeping. I didn't have to take it in the morning. I took it and maybe it works. Maybe I don't have a clue. What am I supposed to do? Lie? And so for me to have everyone like me, I can't speak in my voice that made me famous. You know, the voice that you wanted to watch. I can't advertise supplements and cookbooks and so on, of which that's how I was able to make money, to be successful, to buy my dream cars, my dream home, everything. And I can't give you my honest opinions because, well, you might hate me for it, but you're watching me for my voice, my honest opinions, and selling the products is how I'm able to do what I did. And so which is it? Which you want me to do? I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm asking you. And so you're saying everybody hates me, but they don't. People like the voice. People like the supplements. Hence is why they're buying them. The proof is in the pudding. How did I buy all these vehicles, these houses? How do I have all this money? If the supplements don't work, why are people continuing to buy them? Oh, this Turk Builder, this GO2 Max, it didn't work. Let me have 10 more bottles. Really, people? Use your heads. Use your minds. Just open up. Think a little. To me, this isn't rocket science. If people are continuing to buy the supplements harder than last time, if they're using them and they want to keep using them and they keep selling out, what do you think that means?
Commenters on channels outside of Greg's, who aren't necessarily his fans, have left scathing comments about him flaunting his wealth in videos. I used to take up for Greg all the time a couple of years ago. However, you would almost have to be brain dead if you can't see how much Greg has changed for the worse as soon as he started getting a taste of money.
And so what people do is they use my title because I'm now famous, and I'm not bragging by saying I'm famous. You know I'm famous. And so people like John Bravo, for example, they make a video, they put my name in the title and people click it. Coach Greg, you know he's a Coca-Cola head. Did you not see him with those escorts out in Miami? Did you not see how much he's sniffling while he's very, very sick, working at 1 a.m. in the morning at the Arnold Classic, trying to put out content for you? You know, he's attending at a concert. Instead of going out and partying and having fun, getting girls, he's working on a frigging video at 1 a.m. while sick. Let's shit on him. Let's accuse him of doing illegal activities in the United States, of which he was banned from going for over 10 years. Let's accuse him of being a Coca-Cola head sniffling with creatine. Let's accuse him of having escorts, because why would any woman under 40 years of age want to be with a 5'6" manlet who's 48 years of age? And so you flock to the channel because you like the drama, you like the clickbait, because you're hoping and you're cheering for me to fail. Why? Because I'm up here. Because I work very hard to get up there. Why do you think people care so much about Andrew Huberman's story? Have you guys all seen that? Of course you have. And so, oh my goodness, he has multiple girlfriends in different states. He's a horrible scum. We should never listen to his information about waking up in the morning and getting sunlight and using saunas and cold ice water therapies and so on. Think of it, people.
Greg can't be 100% to blame though. After the TikTok the twins posted literally said he was killed by caffeine. Greg does give objectively good information here, albeit quite simple, by telling people not to abuse caffeine and pre-workouts. But that doesn't stop the top comment of the video being clickbaiting harder than last time.
Clickbaiting harder than last time. Why everybody hates Greg Doucette. I copied what the Trend Twins said in their video, Killed by Caffeine, copied it, what they said with video proof, Where's your video proof that everybody hates Greg Doucette? Throughout the video, you're saying that they don't. And so who's actually the bigger clickbaiter? And so are you not slightly being a hypocrite?
He's also been accused of starting drama, with the most infamous being with Jeff Nippard's girlfriend, Stephanie Buttermore.
And as far as Stephanie Buttermore goes, did we not resolve that? Did you not see her post? She understands everything it does. She specifically addressed me, says, I understand why he made those videos. Although we don't have the exact same opinion, I can understand why people watch those videos. I get it now. She wasn't mad. She literally made this post. And so you're picking out on things that have already been resolved.
He's alleged to have said, now, speaking of pigs, Stephanie Buttermore.
There was a pig that entered my room and I said it, and I apologized more than one time later on. Sometimes I try to make jokes. I think that I'm being funny. And the reason I said that is because she was saying that she was eating and felt like a whale. Remember, she said that? I never called her a whale. She called herself a whale. She's saying she's overeating. She's eating 10,000 calories a day challenges. Remember, she was doing that. And there's a saying in Canada, maybe it's different in all parts of the world, that when you eat a lot of food, they say you're eating like a pig. We say it all the time. Since I was a kid, Greg, you eat like a pig. Absolutely. You eat like a pig. I had pig pet Gertie. Had a pig myself. Gertie ate a lot of vegetables. It was a lot of vegetables, but it was mostly a vegetable. And so anyone that actually eats like a pig in the real world, probably going to be skinny. It's mostly low calorie dense foods. And so when I looked at Gertie and said, speaking of pigs, and I was referring to Stephanie, I was trying to make a joke that didn't pass over very well because no one likes to be insulted, to be put down. No one wants to be compared to an animal. Now remember, I had hundreds of times been compared to a pig. Greg, you're eating like a pig. Eating like a pig in Canada, it's a common thing. But I get it. And I did in fact apologize. No one wants to be called eating like a pig. And so in Canada right now, you're not allowed to say to people that you're eating like a pig. I don't know what you can say. You're eating a lot of food. You can't say things. Everyone now is cancer. Remember, I'm 48. I come from a different time. And back in my day, you were allowed to say these things. You were allowed to joke around. You were allowed to poke fun at people. But now everyone's feelings are hurt. You can't say anything negative about anyone.
With all these points considered and all of the comments online, there's one clear reason as to why Greg gets so much hate, and that's because he's changed.
I can tell you right now, if you don't change as an influencer, if you do the same exact content for freaking 15 years, remember I've been doing this in 2006, if you do the same content year after year, no one's going to follow you. You have to change and adapt and grow. And yeah, my content's a bit different. I don't do nonstop videos talking about taking performance enhancing drugs. I don't take them anymore. And so in the past, I was on these SARMs. Hey, I'm comparing Anavar to Osterine to Rad 140. I'm on this cycle, that cycle. I'm dieting for competition. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. People loved it. Why? Because they wanted to learn about how to take drugs from Coach Greg. That's right, I said it. People are watching me, loving the old Greg, because they wanted to know how to use performance-enhancing drugs. What is my message now? Please don't do it. Wait till you're older. And if you do it, use the lowest dose possible and only with the advice and consent from your doctor, and never, ever break the law. Remember, I was convicted of selling these things. I have a past. Just recently got in the United States. Don't want to jeopardize that. No, we like the old Coach Greg. Keep doing that. If I kept doing that, you wouldn't be watching me. You might not think I know what I'm doing, but let's look at the results. Everyone hates me. Do they? Really? When I'm on the panel as a featured guest at the Arnold Classic in both the United States and in the UK. I'm on the panel. Hundreds of people lined up to talk, take photos with me after doing my presentation. Can't even walk through the crowd without taking hundreds of photos. And so if you were there, you would know, you would see it. And so am I really the bad guy as people were presenting to me? I don't think so. In the real world, nothing could be further from the truth. And so imagine this, if the title said, Greg Doucette, a valuable asset in the fitness world. How many clicks would he have gotten? I bet a lot less. Why everyone hates Greg Doucette, way more clicks. There's my evidence, Exhibit A. If we're in court, do you think that I am in fact hated by everyone? Or would you say closer to loved by everyone? Which is it? And so remember, any of the supplements you're interested in, Turk Builder, GO2 Max, of which I'm not lying about how effective they are. If you don't believe me, rewatch this video. And if you're watching this right now, of course you believe me. And so you can use code Greg for 15% off. Click the link in the description. And of course, the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, all on the website. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Of course, watch one of those 2 bloops. And for a free diet and training program, head over to my website. And until next time, I am out.